Hello everybody, welcome to another Dusklight Twilight Princess walkthrough. On this tutorial, we're going to be going and showing you how to get a better UI, better text, and also how to install some other new mods that came out specifically for Dusk In. Before we get started, I'm going to teach you how to, if you have Dolphin Emulator and you want to bring your save files in, I'm also going to teach you how to do that, and we will show you that first. So before though, I'm going to go ahead and hit play on Dusk. And just show you, we have nothing saved in here. So there's no files. Continue without saving. See, so this is pretty much saying that we don't have anything saved in here. Okay, no worries. So we're going to hit select here if you didn't know how to get to this screen. And we're going to go ahead and quit Dusk. So now then, let's open up Dolphin Emulator. I already have mine open. When you open up Dolphin, you're going to find your Twilight Princess game. And if you don't know how to tell what save file you're going to bring in, because there is a couple in there, you would open up the game. Let me see. Let me restart the game, actually. I had it loaded, so it would be like, let's go to reset. Okay, cool. And we'll bring Dolphin back open. And the way you're going to be able to tell what save file you want to transfer over is it's going to have the date right here. You see this right here? 4/3/2026. Cool. That's exactly what we needed. We can go ahead and close this out. Yes, let's stop the animation for Dolphin. Okay, so now we can go look for that. We're going to right click in our Twilight Princess ROM. We're going to go to open GameCube save folders. And let's look for that date, 4/3 right here. And it says GC Zelda, which is GameCube Zelda. So let's go ahead and right click it, copy that, and let's move it to our desktop. Okay, great. Now we can go ahead and close this out. And let's go back into Dusk. And we can go to settings. We can go to open data folder, USA, card A, and you're going to want to drag in or copy and paste in that folder from Dolphin. Okay, now let's go ahead and quit Dusk again. Reopen Dusk. And there you go. See the same date, 4/3, and it brought in all files. So let's go ahead and open it up real quick and take a look. There we go. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to close Dusk out, and we're going to go ahead and bring in some Tunic mods. Same as yesterday. I will post yesterday's video here as well if anybody wants to learn how to put the 4K textures and everything else. But let's go. Let's go ahead and exit out of Dusk. So we're going to hit select and quit. Okay, cool. So for the Tunic mods, if y'all don't already know, I will post the link in the description. We're going to go to Game Banana, but you can just Google Twilight Princess Dusk mods and it should bring you here. If not, the link will be in the description. So let's go ahead and download the Tunic mods again. This is for those who weren't here yesterday. It's downloaded. Cool. We can scroll back toward the top. Up here it says Twilight Princess. We're going to go to mods right here. This is where we're going to get the rest. Also, for the UI pack that I put, I used some of the UI textures from here and from Henrico's pack and made an awesome pack that gives you better looking items and also text. So we'll add that in as well. But anyway, let's get these shields. A silver shield. Let's click it. Let's scroll down. Manual download. Let's see what's in it. File content. It's going to have the golden shield or the silver shield. That's awesome. And you also want to make sure it is DDS on any of the downloads you try to put into Dusk, because that's what it accepts. Let's go ahead and backspace while we're in here to go see if we can find some more mods. Backspace again, because I know there's a couple more things I wanted to put. You can download this. It is dust compatible. Some of the iron boots. We could do that. But what are we gonna do? Let's see. Let's do that. Let's get this iron boot pack. Scroll down. Manual download. Again, you can hit file content to make sure it's DDS, and it tells you what it has. It has Iron Man boots, Mallow March boots, Silver boots, Twilight boots. Amazing. We'll download that. We could go ahead and grab that. Let's hit backspace and backspace again. And let's go see what the sword is about. I hadn't seen this one yet. It says added bronze blade and wooden blade, depending on how you want to interpret the brown of the sword in Zelda 1. Okay. It's dangerous to go alone is what that's called. Anyway, let's see. This one contains the Zelda 1 sword, and this one contains the bronze blade and the wood blade. Bronze blade and wood blade. Let's download both. We'll do that. And we'll do that. And we should be good. Also, I'll put the link again in the description for Dusk if you don't have this already. Same as the texture packs for Windows. You would just hit and download there. So we are done with this. Let's get to the fun part, shall we? Let's open up Dusk. Actually, no. Let's not open up Dusk yet. Let me close Dusk out. Okay. So we're going to go to where I have my downloads. I set them all to download here, and I already made folders to put them into. So if you want to go ahead and right click and create a new folder, name it what you want. We're going to go ahead and let's see, we have the silver shield, gold or silver. So let's find it here. It would be this one. They named it something different. The tunic mods right here. We will slide that into there. Iron boots. I don't know if we made an iron boots one. Okay, so we didn't make one for the boots. So let's do that. Right click, go up to folder. Okay, cool. I believe this is for the swords. I went ahead and created a swords one too. So we're going to put the iron boots one in the iron boots and the swords with the swords. Okay, let's start with the tunics. We're going to open it up. We're going to right click, hit extract all, hit extract. Once again, if you can't extract like that, then if you have 7-zip or WinRAR, that'll work as well. Whatever you use to extract your zip folders. So we have our tunic mod. Cool. Okay. Swords. Let's go ahead and do this one. Let's extract the blade one in here. I guess we could extract them both, right? Let's extract. Right click, extract, and extract. Cool. That one's ready. Now the shields. Same thing. Right click, extract all, extract. And also that's just for the link. Okay, cool. So let's start with the tunic. Let's right here is we're going to have our new link. So let's go ahead and create a folder. This is going to be our link with mods. So I named it link with tunic and shield and boot mods just to kind of help it stay organized, but you can name yours whatever you want. So first we're going to go to the tunic one. We're going to open it up and we're going to get our default and let's copy our default. Or if you have DUSK, you can bring in your link from inside of DUSK, but we're just going to do that. So let's see. Where was it? I'm going to put, yeah, that's fine. Let's open it up and let's put it in there. And this is where we're going to use our mod, we're going to go ahead and put all the mods onto this folder first, right? So let's go to the gold or silver. And what do y'all think? Let's go with a gold shield today. So what we're going to do, we're going to right click, copy. We're going to go back to our link with Tunic and shield mods. We're going to open it up. We're going to left click over here in the open, still in the folder, and we're going to paste that in there. And we're going to replace. What it's doing is it's replacing the shield with the gold shield over it. It'll show you right there. Cool. So now our link will have that. Also, what did we want? Let's go for the swords. Let's go, we're just going to do the blades. Bronze blade and wood blade. So let's start with the bronze. Or let's see what the wood blade looks like. We could, let's just do the bronze. So let's go back all the way to our folder again. Find our link. And let's right click and let's paste it in. Cool. Now we need our, let's go ahead and do our tunic. So what do y'all think? Let's go with purple for Lupus Awareness Month. How about that? I know they have a purple one in here. Here it is. Rito purple. So we're going to highlight this. Right click, copy. Go all the way back till we get to our link with Tunic mods. We're going to left click in the open again. Still in the folder, hit paste and replace. That's going to replace our tunic with the purple tunic. Now all we have left is for the iron boots. Ooh, we didn't extract it. Let's right click and let's go ahead and extract it. No worries. Now it's extracted. So Iron Man boots, mallow marked boots, silver boots, or Twilight boots. Let's go with the mallow marked boots. Let's open it up. We're going to right click, copy. Go back to our link. Where are you, link? Here you go. Nope, that one's a different one. Oh, I was in the wrong folder. Link with Tunic and shield mods. Here it is. Okay, let's go ahead and paste that in there and replace. So another thing I'm going to do is we're going to rename this to link. Link with mods. Great. Now let's left click, or let's go ahead and let's leave this and minimize it, and let's open up DUSK. Let's go ahead and hit play so y'all know that none of the mods are installed yet on DUSK, and I'm going to show you how to put them in. We have them already. We have them already. All the mods are configured. See? Nothing's there. Iron boots are still normal. Let's go ahead and save. Okay. We're going to hit select, settings, and R1 over to interface, open data folder. Let's go to texture replacements. Keep clicking till you get here. We're going to go to link. Let's delete this link out of there. Or we could drag it to our desktop. If you haven't saved a copy of it and you want to go back to the original link, you would just drag this in here the same way we're about to put these mods in. Now then, let's go and look for our link with mods folder. I'm going to move it to another screen, but I'm going to copy it and paste it in here. Paste. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and change out the UI so we'll have better items and stuff too. Work for y'all? Great. So you can drag this out so you'll have an extra copy of it if needed. And let's go back and look for our mods for it. So I dragged it out here just to have it as a save for now. I do have a Google Drive link that I will be posting in the description for y'all as well. And I pre-configured this for y'all. So you're going to go open it up. You're going to download it anyway. And here it goes. It should be downloaded into our files. I have it set to download here. Let me back out. Okay. This is inside of Dolphin. We can go ahead and, or inside of DUSK, excuse me. I got Dolphin Emulator on my mind still. Okay, so I'm gonna reopen my folders where it was at, and I have it set to download here. So here it is, the better UI. Let's create a folder for that. I just named it UI for DUSK. So we're gonna drag our zip in there. Right click, extract all, extract. And let's open it up. Here's our UI. Let's copy it. We can close this. Open back up inside our DUSK, inside the texture replacements. Let's go ahead and go back here and let's put our UI in there. Now we're going to close all these folders out and open up DUSK, and all of our mods are going to be installed. Amazing. Simple. Here we go. You can see the purple tunic here on the screen already. You can see the gold shield. Our 4K are installed. If you don't know how to install your 4K graphics, watch yesterday's video. I will post the link in the description as well. And this will show you how to get the 4K. You can also see the tunic there in the menu. There we go. Let's check out them iron boots. Amazing, isn't it? Also, our better UI, if you look at your items, it helped bring your items out more HD. And also when you talk to people or read signs or anything, the text is going to be a lot clearer. So yeah, there we go. If y'all want to go ahead and look at some of the new settings they have, you can warp somewhere. If you want to warp, to get to this menu, you hit select, you go to warp, and we can warp to, let's warp to the Forest Temple. You click Forest Temple, you go over here, and you hit warp. Now hit B to close this menu, or select. But if you hit select and you hit select again, it'll bring you there. So if you hit B to close, then select. Then when you hit select, you can go through all these other menus. There we go. I also have fast boots on, fast iron boots, so we can run with our iron boots, or better iron boots. But doesn't it look great? Look at these mods. It's very simple to install these mods. Make sure they're in DDS file formats for them to work with DUSK. We had to shoot them once, right? I think I have gyro on. But yeah, they put a couple. Let me get Link out of there. He was kind of being crazy. They added a new features. A couple new things they have added. We could go through the settings and just look. I have my audio up to 80 now. I feel like on the new update they kind of lowered the volume a little. So yeah, you can see my settings there. I'll kind of go through them. This is mirror mode. If you played on the Wii and you want it to be like on the Wii, you can turn that on and it'll make it mirror mode. Minimal HUD, it will take away all your like buttons and maps and stuff. Restore the glitches you were able to do. Enable rotating Link doll. That's in the menu. You can turn Link with the C buttons. Your damage multiplier if you want to take more damage. Bigger wallets, we have that on. Disable rupee cutscenes, faster climbing, faster Tears of Light. Auto saves, you can turn on auto saves if you want. Instant saves, hold B to skip text. I do that. You know, there's just a bunch of cool stuff you can go through here and just read. Also, if you turn on speed mode, this is why these won't work here, because they don't want anybody speed running, cheating, and I think that makes sense. So that's pretty cool. So if you can't click some of them items and they're grayed out, then you need to come uncheck that. So now if we go up and we go over to cheats, you can put on infinite hearts, infinite arrows, seeds, bombs, oil, oxygen, rupees, no item timer. You can moon jump if you turn this on and hit R and A. Oops. Let's go back to it, but I have mine off. Super claw shot is kind of crazy. We could check that out in the moon jump for you if you want. I won't turn them on to play a normal playthrough, but I mean, you do what you want. Always a great spin. Always allows the great spin attack without requiring full health. Fast iron boots, so you can run fast while having the boots. Can transform anywhere. That's kind of cool. Sometimes you can't, so I don't know if that's a glitch. Oh, I know in Zora's domain by the Zoras you can't transform in front of them. Fast row, we have that on. I'll show y'all that. Fast spinners speeds up the spinner movement while holding R. Free magic armor. We don't have our magic armor, but we can turn that on, and that just lets the magic armor work without consuming rupees. Invincible enemies. Prevents enemies from taking damage. That's kind of fun to get you some practice in, I guess, if you want. Let's do that. And let's go over to the interface. You can also get to your data folder here. If you click that, and you're gonna replace here's where you put your saves, remember? In here. And you can also take your save from there and put it in Dolphin the same way. And this is where you get to your textures, in case you didn't see earlier. Here's our link with mods, and there's where we replaced our UI. But yeah, also if you hit B to close this menu out, and we go to, let's see, editor, you can also change Link's name. Let's say you named Link and you want to change his name. You can change it here to anything you want. Let's just put Santa. I don't know, it's not Christmas, but whatever. And the way you would have to save that is once you exit, you would have to save it on the save file itself. I'll show you in a minute. We just leave opponent, but I'll show you that. You can also, if you want more rupees, you can type in the amount of rupees you want. I'll click it with the mouse and type it in with the keyboard. Well, I put 700, but I guess we don't have the big wallet or something. So it gave us 500, whatever, we'll take it. You can fill up your oil. This, if you want to, it tells you where you're at and stuff. If you go over here to your inventory, this is if you want to add stuff. Collection, I would come here to the collection, and let's go ahead and add in the ordering clothes and give ourselves the magic armor. Before I add the magic armor, I want to press start and show you that we don't have it. See? And this third slot over here is for the magic armor. So I want to show y'all that. And let's go ahead and go back over to collections. Clothing. Let's go to magic armor. And let's turn that on. Also, there's a couple more things you can configure here, but that's if you want. So we'll hit select to get rid of this top menu again. We might have to reopen the menu, and there we go. We have our magic armor. That actually looks really nice with the gold shield. And there's your iron boots. One more thing I wanted to show you before we go. If you do have advanced settings turned on, which to check, you hit select. You'd go to settings, and I believe, I don't know if it's in here. Let's see if we can find it. I feel like it would be in gameplay. Oop. I know it's somewhere in the menu. Regardless, I'm sure you could scroll through the menu and find it. But if you have advanced settings on, you would close that with shift again. You would hold shift on your keyboard in F1. And it also brings up another menu where you could mess with stuff. You can even open your data folder there. Or if you go into debug, you could do a couple of things in here. You can mess with the bloom. with a bunch of different stuff. I mean, you could go through that. I wouldn't really go through that much because I feel like that's more so for the developers. But if you want to go through that thing, great. But that's going to do it, y'all. That's going to be our tutorial. And another thing is, if you ever want to go back to original link, let's go ahead and do that. As a matter of fact, let me hit Shift and F1 to close that menu. If we want to go back to our original link, which I don't know why you would, all you would do is go to open up your settings, open up data folder. You would go to texture replacements, like that once, get into that, and you would take this out, link with mods, and you can save this somewhere and name it link with mods, gold shield, whatever, mallow boots or whatever they were, the market boots in, you know, purple tunic. And that is so whenever you already have that link modified, and then you could create another one with orange tunic or something different, have that saved too, and you can bring them in and out very easily. And then you can, anyway, you would take that out. So let's take that out and let's bring in normal link back to the original. You would always have to close Dusk out and reopen it for that to work. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and hit play. Oops, we changed our name, but it's not going to save because I forgot to hit save. So I'll show y'all that again real quick. It's still going to be Link, but we'll go ahead and change our name and then restart and show y'all that. But see, Link is back to normal, so no worries. That's where we keep a backup of that. Now let's go to editor and let's change his name one more time. We'll type in Santa. And now you want to go back to reset. Go to yes. I'm pretty sure this is how you do this, right? It didn't work. How did I get it to work last? I know it was a bit tricky to figure out, but then I figured it out. Let's try one more time. Player name. Oh, okay. I know what I was doing. So after you rename him, then you save inside here. You come into here and save, and you overwrite the link file. Sorry, there we go. Now we can continue playing. And I named it Santa 3 because it took us 3 times to get that right. And another thing, like you can close Dusk out again. It already changed it, but if you want to make sure it changed it, and you can change it as many times as you want. You can even change opponent's name, which is a pretty cool feature they added in. And there you go, Santa 3. But that's going to do it. That's going to wrap up today's tutorial and walkthrough. Hopefully I made it easy. I will post all links in the description on where to get the tunics, the boots, and everything else. And also the Google Drive link for the better UI and text. So you can have nice, awesome text like these. And better weapons where they look nicer, more HD, more crisp. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the tutorial. Make sure to hit the subscribe. Make sure to give us a follow. We stream on every single platform, basically, Pedro Games. And if this tutorial helped you out, once again, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and happy gaming.